this video, we're going to be looking at whether or not I've cured my problem and have I had any more PSM faults after a week of driving. It's been a somewhat apprehensive and there it is. That is the throttle drop out. Well, I can't believe that actually just happened while I was filming. And I'll be honest, it's not the first time I thought it had happened. Backtracking a couple of weeks, I got a sneeze. I can't believe this. Woohoo! Bless me. A couple of weeks back, I changed the throttle body, and the reason for that was I was getting a throttle drop out, and apparently I'm still getting it, but it has changed. I haven't had it while I've been accelerating. I was literally just pulling away and slowing down there to make a turn, and the revs just dropped off. You remove your foot, put it back on the pedal, split second, it's back. I've also had a PSM fault. I think I've had it twice in the past 5 or 6 days. I've been using the car as a daily driver, which is something I don't ordinarily do, or I have never really done in the past. But basically, I still have my two main problems that I had before changing the throttle body, but they have changed slightly, and I think I have found a way to prevent them happening. Let's talk about the PSM fault. The PSM fault occurred on, I'm going to say, 3 occasions. First thing in the morning, pretty much at the same time. I'd just got in the car, I'd driven it probably 100 yards, beep, PSM fault comes up on the dash. That happened over 2 consecutive days. I went the whole time when I was filming that video when I was out in Dengie, from the day I took the car out of the workshop, running it around, driving it around all day at various speeds, and nothing at all. The PSM fault came up on day 3 of my 6 days. Totally bizarre, I couldn't believe it. I thought, I was beginning to believe after 3 days that, wow, I might have cracked it. But what I have established is a time when this happens, and that's only come about from using the car every day. It happens when the car's cold and I get in it and I drive it away straight away. We have a gated entrance, and I have to stop after about 2 minutes and get out and open the gate. On day 4 and day 5, I didn't do it today because the gate was open, but on day 4 and day 5 I stopped and turned the car off, opened the gate, started the car, went through the gate, turned the car off and closed the gate, and carried on doing my business. PSM fault did not return on either day. Now, some of the comments regarding clearing PSM faults have said that, some guys have said that if you drive the car, it will right itself, it'll go off on its own. I still haven't experienced that. And the way I clear a PSM fault while I'm driving without stopping is, if I'm on a straight bit of road, I literally, I stay in gear, I'm doing 40 miles an hour, let's say, maybe even 50, doesn't matter, as long as it's not 10 or 15. And I just turn the key like this, turn it back on again, and the car automatically starts up itself because it's running in drive. I seem to have a bit of a cold this morning. Is it hay fever? I don't know. All I know is there's a lot of traffic about. To continue, the random occasional PSM fault clearly still there. Things have changed a little bit in respect of, I was getting the dropout when I was accelerating, and obviously that dropout when you're putting your foot down is exaggerated in terms of force. You notice it a whole lot more than I did when it happened just now, doing what, 5-6 miles an hour. I'm going to work on my principle that I'm going to let the car warm up. So we'll just have to wait and see really how it works out. But the car's been absolutely incredible, and I've thoroughly enjoyed running around in it for the last week. It's been, you know, something that I haven't done for over a year, so it's been like having a new toy, I suppose. These cars are fantastic daily drivers, no doubt about it. So I guess my only complaint with driving the car for the past week has been the front tyres have got to go. They are just hard and not nice to drive on. I'm really excited because I've been working on a couple of intros. You may or may not have seen them floating about, but I've not had an intro for a very long time, and I've kind of stepped up a little bit with them, I hope, but I'm waiting to see which one gets the most views as to which one I use first. But I like them both, to be honest. I'm no super duper editor, but I'm learning all the time. I keep thinking that I've got hay fever or something. My nose is irritable this morning. You ever had a hair like up your nose and it tickles the inside of your nose to the point where it drives you absolutely crazy, and the only thing you can do is you've got to get a pair of tweezers and get it out? Well, that's how it feels, and I can't stop rubbing my nose. Oh yeah, and I've got a little squeaky brake thing going on now as well. I've just switched my aircon on, and it's a little tip with aircon to keep it in good condition is make sure that you use it occasionally or run it occasionally through the winter months. Even if it is really cold, switch it on. Gases that roll around the system when it's operating, they also act as a lubricant for all the rubber seals and joints. And if the vehicle's not using its aircon for any length of time, you will find that obviously the gases and everything all settle down and all the joints dry out, and that's where you start to lose your coolant and your aircon starts to get warmer and warmer, and then you've got to send it in and get it vacuum tested and refilled, and it's not a cheap thing. Don't know if you can hear this, like a little whining. If I put my foot down a little bit, hope you can hear that. Speed up, fall off the accelerator. It's got nothing to do with the accelerator. As I slow down, you hear that? something to do with the aircon. The fan's on quite low. Better now, and it seems to increase with the engine revs. Now, having the engine in the back tells me it can't be the compressor. It's got to be something servo driven or something at the front of the car. But interestingly, squeaky brakes. If I press Eco now, it goes completely. So I haven't worked out what that is yet. I only noticed that early part of the week. If I turn the Eco off, so that's basically, it's the aircon kicking in. I believe Eco switches your aircon off. Sounds like a fan motor, but again, if you turn the fan off, the fan shuts it off as well. It's possible there's more than one fan in there, but anyone knows anything about that, let me know. The system is quite intricate and involves a dash strip out to access a lot of it, so but yeah, just one of the quirks of a 997. But the aircon works fine. I'm going to get out when I get to the workshop and have a listen under the actual franc. Fan up. It's weird. Fan off shuts the noise up. And so does pressing the Eco button. But just having the fan on its lowest setting, yeah, it's a conundrum, I tell you. Remember the old days when you had a radio in your car and if you didn't have a suppressor on it, you could get the engine revs through the speakers? It's a little bit like that. Not unusual to have to take a shunt to get in here now and again. Now, I can hear the noise under the franc, but it's not really that loud at all, so I doubt you're going to pick that up. So that might just want further investigation. I'm just looking through the grid on that top left-hand corner. So I think that one needs a little bit more investigation. Something I did notice as well while I was poking around the front, and that was the temperature of the air coming out from those front wheels. Let's take a little look. You can see what I mean about these front tyres. You know, they are cracking up. Plenty of meat on them, but they're really hard. They've got to go. So what have we got in here? So just there in front, you've got your condensers and your radiators in there. Now, temperature, I'm just going to put the trigger out into the air, and it's 22.1. Let's do it inside there. Wow. Yeah, it's hot in there. 67. I can feel the heat being blown out through the fans. you're looking here, this is the other side. You can almost tell looking at the surface of the tyre just how hard it is. Equally hot this side, which is a good thing. So yet again, some food for thought, some little bits and pieces that are kind of niggling a little bit. You know, I thought as far as the aircon was concerned that maybe it wanted regassing, but it is working. I'm not brilliant with aircon, so I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it's making good temperature. So I'm thinking that there's nothing wrong with that. And the fact that when you put it on, you press your eco button, then the noise stops altogether, but the fan still runs and there's no issues with noise. But if you turn the fan off, it also cuts the noise out, which I guess is connected to whatever drives the eco. It must be a little motor in there or something like that that's a little bit whiny. But why on earth it picks up engine speed, I honestly don't know. In terms of noise, who knows? This here is my water butt. I collect the water off the roof of the double garage. We had some rain the other night, but I really didn't realise we had that much. So I'm going to run it through the filter and collect that. Yeah, washing your car in rainwater, far better. I noticed the difference straight away. It doesn't dry. Streaky, lovely. If you can do it, save water as well at the same time, then why not? And there we have it, 25 litres of water, ready to go next time I need it. Now, I know what you're thinking. He's put it back in the garage again and it won't come out till next year. That is not true. Anyway, most of you aren't even watching at this point, so you won't even know that I've put it back in the garage. You won't believe the lengths I've gone to get this angle. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap things up on this one. A quick recap. So I still have a throttle drop out. It's a little bit different to what it was before. I've had a couple of random PSMs which have cleared via just turning the key off and restarting the car while I've still been rolling. So no real difference there, but I have discovered that this only seems to happen in the morning when it's cold. And if I start the car, run it for a few minutes and then stop the car, start it again, don't seem to have the problem. So an even bigger conundrum. Unbelievable. And of course we've got the aircon thing to look at. Don't know what's quite going on there. And I've got to get the front tyres done. But other than that, all good. The car will be back out very soon. We have got a bit of rain coming, so I'm glad that it's going to be out the weather. And we'll be back down here shortly and cracking on with a few serious jobs that really need my attention. Regards to the comments received, guys, you were right. The throttle body didn't cure my problem. It's changed it, but it hasn't gone away completely. So well done you. But do keep your comments coming. I do appreciate them. Any ideas and tips and whatever you have. I'm learning every day. I'm trying to put some serious effort in and hope you like what I'm doing. And I will be back very shortly with some proper nuts and bolts jobs. Thanks for watching. Take care. Hope you like my intro. Bye.